So today we're going to make a short video of how to string the Nunchaku using the triple string method. You'll need both of your Nunchaku sticks, your piece of paracord. It will help to have a small pushing tool. I use a very small screwdriver. We're going to use a small Bic lighter and a pair of scissors. Very simple tools. So what I normally do is I lay this out like such, and we manipulate the cord just a little bit on the end and give it a little hook so we can push it through the end hole, bring it out through the top of the first hole. The top hole, the bottom hole, end hole. So we're going to bring that down. Do the same on the other stick. And now we have a distance to set. Depending on, you can use a ruler. I'm just going to do a 4-finger method. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the end of the string. You want to kind of make sure that you have equal distances on the ends. So we're going to take the string from the top hole to the bottom hole and bring it through. And as we do that, we're going to leave this loop, and then we bring the other end back up through the bottom of the top hole. And then we're going to bring this back down through the bottom hole again. So now you can see that we're going to eventually feed this back up through. So you can see that we have a double loop system here. So what we want to do, and what I normally do, is I go ahead and tighten one side of this. So we pull the first loop tight, bring the other end up, and then I pull tight. Try to make sure that these are not crossing each other at this point. So now we set the distance because this side is still floating just a little bit. So we do the exact same procedure on this end. We make that double loop. Snug. Now we have our distances. So now we have the one string in the middle, and this is what creates the very last part of the double loop. We're going to take this and just bend that end just a tiny bit and push it down through so it comes out the end hole, and we pull tight. And we're going to do the same on the other side. This is sometimes where you might run into a little bit of resistance on trying to get that string through there. That's where I use this to just kind of push it through till it comes out the end hole. There we go. And that's going to be given a nice snug tight pull. So now you can see that we have our 3 strings in the middle. Not quite complete yet though. So I'm going to take one and move it to the back side, and I want to feed it back up through the end hole and bring it out through this side of the top hole on the stick. Sometimes you just need to take your little tool, push the strings in the top hole to the side, feed your string in, and then take your tool, push it through, and there's your string. So now there's the 2 strings in the middle. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. Make a little pocket area with the tool for the string to come through. Push the string in the end. Again, using a small tool. Push that end in. There's our 3 strings. Now we have these cords that are coming up. What we will be doing is taking one of those cords and just pulling up just a little bit and I just do a single over and under pull. Smooth it out with my finger, a little pull, and I do the same on the other end. Just up. This is going to go over and under, and so that's that on that side. We're going to take this string and push it through the bottom hole. This is where your little tool comes in handy. Push. You have those set. Now, the other side was just doing the over and under, or just over and pull through on one of the strings in the pockets. On the final side, final pocket, I'm going to go over one string and under the other one. So I want to pull up on one string and bring this over the top of it. And when it's still loose, you want to take your tool and pull up on the other string. This takes a little bit of practice. You can push that underneath. And then we use our same tool. So we've gone over the first string and under the second string. And we pull that tight and push it down in the pocket. And that's that side. Then we do the same on this side. We're going to pull up. We're going to go over this one. Leave it a little bit loose. Pull up on the other string. Go underneath. Use our tool to bring the end up. And there we have that. Now there's no knots or glue used on any of this. This is all done with friction. And with the double looping at the beginning and the crisscrossing of the cord inside the pockets, there's enough friction that these will never come loose. Or at least I haven't heard of anybody telling me they've come loose yet. So you have a pair of scissors handy. What I normally do is just bring my fingers to the end, kind of right there, and I just clip it with the scissors. And with parachute cord, you have to melt the end. And if you're not careful, you can burn your fingers. So get that to the point where it looks like it has started to melt a little bit. Let it cool off for just a minute, and then just kind of form it with your fingers. If you don't think that it's made a good seal there, go ahead and reheat it. Bump it a little bit. Here we go. We got a good seal on that one. We're going to do the same on this side. And now that we have those sealed, we're ready to do the final step. And what we do is we take the end of the cord and we push it down. And we're going to be pushing it towards the end hole of the Nunchaku stick. And using our small tool is to just push it down into the pocket. And that one is finished. And then we do the other side. And there we have it. Triple string Nunchaku.